Oktoberfest. These are German Festbiers, and I thought it could be fun to kind of test the challengers. The Paulaner is the only official Oktoberfest beer here, and also the brewery that started the new tradition with these paler Festbiers. So these are the challengers. Is it possible that beers outside of Munich actually are better? We have the Weihenstephaner. They make my favorite Hefeweizen, so far at least, and an awesome Kellerbier. The Zoller is pretty new to me, but last year they made my favorite Maibock. And these two beers I don't know anything about, but I'm pretty sure they are part of Aldi's or Lidl's Oktoberfest pack. So if you have one of those supermarkets close to you, you've probably seen these two. We don't have Aldi in Sweden, I think, but we have Lidl. But they are not allowed to sell beers over 3.5% ABV. Only Systembolaget can do that. And there, no discounts are allowed. You can't have 6 Oktoberfest beers in a discounted pack, for instance. Not allowed. But every year, September 1st, Systembolaget puts up a special shelf with Oktoberfest beers, mostly from Germany. And these are all part of that. So I hope this will be an interesting comparison. It smells nice from the kitchen. You won't believe this, but I'm making sauerkraut. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. I have bacon, onions, apple, and in this tea bowl there is bay leaves. It smells delicious. But I will not eat on camera. I will enjoy the sauerkraut with a brat after the testing. And of course save a little bit of these delicious beers. But let's pour everything up. It smells so nice without even smelling, you know. The least amount of head on the Zoller. Did I pour it too gently? It looks like they have the same color. Maybe the Irlbacher is slightly darker. Hard to tell. Okay, we'll start with the left. Kuchlbauer. Bit of an intense yeasty smell. You know, like regular yeast for bread. Lemon. Almost like, you know, white wine grapes. Maybe some kind of bread, but, you know, very yeasty bread. Zoller. Very similar. A bit softer in the aroma. Paulaner. The breadiest so far. Compact bread. Also lemon and some sort of grapes. That's interesting. Weihenstephaner. Also toned down with the yeast, lemon, grape notes. A pleasant rounded off aroma. Irlbacher. Sweet. The sweetest of them. I think I would have guessed a Madsen if I would have smelled this blind. It has some of those more caramelly bread notes. Quick sniffs. What is that Christmas flower called? It's the same word. Amaryllis. Maybe that's more accurate than yeast and white wine grapes. Yeah, amaryllis. Interesting. But that's mostly in the Kuchlbauer. The Paulaner actually smells the most dry of them all. And the Kuchlbauer and the Weihenstephaner has the most of that amaryllis grape note. Maybe the Weihenstephaner is the most anonymous of them. Anonymous. More difference in the character than I imagined. Okay, let's try the tasting from my right instead. So this is the Irlbacher. Prost, cheers, skål. Beautiful. Dry and a bit sour aftertaste, but the beginning is so sweet and bready. It's like drinking biscuits. And because of that drier aftertaste, you want another sip to go back to the sweetness again. And as the nose suggested, it also tastes a bit darker than it looks. I think the Irlbacher actually is brewed for another Volksfest. It's not specifically for Oktoberfest. A little bit of water in between. Weihenstephaner. It's nothing wrong with it, but not a lot of things going on. Compared to the Irlbacher, it is just a bit bland and boring. Alright, the camera ran out of memory and also the placement got a little messed up. If things look different here. So where were we? Paulaner. I must say it feels strange drinking festbiers from these glasses, but it's also easier smelling and tasting. It's so interesting comparing these beers now. If I remember correctly, from when I compared Paulaner Helles with the Festbier, I thought this was super smooth. Now I think it has more bite than the other two. It has a nice floral component, but also citrusy, almost a bit bitter sting. Yeah, it isn't as soft as I remembered it. Zoller hoof. That was pretty similar to Paulaner. A bit higher sweet malt. Yeah, the Paulaner is definitely drier in the maltiness. More of a compact breadiness, like the Einger Festmatzen had. Kuchlbauer. Nice breadiness in the aftertaste, but it's nothing like the Irlbacher. It has more of those digestive cracker notes. Maybe syrup and orange zest. Maybe a little bit. It's kind of difficult. These three are maybe the most alike. The Kuchlbauer, the Zoller hoof and the Weihenstephaner. The Paulaner was the most dry, compact bready. And the Irlbacher the sweetest. Maybe Weihenstephaner was the booziest? No, I think any beer you will drink after the Irlbacher will feel boozy, because this is so soft and rounded. Yeah, the Paulaner is actually the strongest of them, with the 6.0% ABV. And the Zoller hoof had the lowest ABV. One last quick recap. Alright, so surprisingly, the Irlbacher stood out to me. This is the one I would like to drink if I had the option to drink one of these only. This one resembles the Märzen style, most of them all. So if you don't really like that style, maybe you won't like this one. Then maybe the Zoller hoof was the next choice for me. It has some kind of nice bready aftertaste. The Paulaner felt too much compact dry bread when you compare to the other beers here. But I know I've really enjoyed that beer when I've compared to other beers. So it's pretty strange. Now I'm going to enjoy some Sauerkraut and some Brat. Let me know your favorite Festbiers in the comments. Click into this playlist for more Oktoberfest beers, and remember, drink responsibly.